Watch this movie almost made me think about that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Leo and Margot Robbie about to break up, right? And she allows him to have sex with her for the last time. He's in ecstasy like, oh, thank you. She's like, yep, that's it. That's the last time you're gonna touch me. James Gunn, gave Disney and Marvel one last good nut. Because this movie's gonna make a shit ton of money. It's gonna have a large fan base. People are gonna love it. It's probably gonna be the best reviewed Marvel joint in years. And I'm going to leave you. So I'm gonna give you the fuck of your life. And I'm out. Alright, y'all. The second MCU joint to drop this year. And I've been very critical about the MCU lately because I'm a fan. Not because I'm a hater, because I'm a fan. And as a fan, I just expect more. I expect better. So my critique doesn't come from a bad place of, you just suck for no reason. No, my critique comes from, you were great at one time. I want to see you be great again. Make Marvel great again. America. So yeah, the past few MCU movies have not done it for me. I even got tricked by Thor: Love and Thunder because I saw it in Dolby, and when I watched it in Dolby, I said, "Wow, that wasn't bad." And when I rewatched it, I said, "Yeah, that shit was kind of bad." All right, so with Guardians, yes, I went to go see it in Dolby, but I think my opinion will not be swayed, or I don't think a rewatch will change my opinion of this movie. But Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, watch the trailer, that's okay, it looks interesting, but I'm not overly excited to see this, just because I've been let down lately. All right, so here it is. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It's fucking awesome. I loved it. Loved it. Now, I haven't watched any reviews, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be people that's going to tear this movie apart. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be people that's going to, that's the thing I love about this YouTube shit. You just never know what people are going to say, but I know what I say. I sat down, I reclined my chair back. There was a guy next to me on his phone the whole time. I'm like, I don't even know why you're here, motherfucker. From beginning to end, I loved this movie. Comes in at 2.5 hours. Did not feel the runtime. I'm notorious for dozing off, and I came close to dozing off. I say probably about like mid-second act, almost going into the third act. There were moments where my head was starting to nod a little bit, but with a 2.5 hour MCU movie, that's going to happen, because with MCU, you have to have a lot of exposition, a lot of some slow scenes that require a lot of dialogue. Okay, so then you almost lost me a little bit, but nah. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Now this is a non-spoiler review, so I'm trying not to spoil shit. Okay, this is pretty much Rocket's story. All right, it's about all of them as a collective. But Rocket to me, is like the heart of this film. He's like the main focus of the film about Rocket. Now, coming into this, I'm like, I think like a lot of people were thinking, okay, this is the last James Gunn Guardians movie. This is probably the last Guardians movie we're going to get in a long time, or period. Well, at least with this group, okay? There's probably going to be another group of Guardians coming. But with this group, this is the last hurrah. So with that, somebody's got to die. Somebody has to go. But I found solace in, okay, even if somebody did go, this is multiverse era. Nobody ever stays dead. So let's say the whole crew gets wiped out. Oh my God, they're gonna come back. What the fuck you worried about? So yeah, I ain't spoiling nothing. All right, so Rashad, here comes a spoiler. I ain't spoiling shit. I'm just telling you what my expectation was going in. So with that being said, I really enjoyed this. This was a fun adventure. It was very emotional. There were a couple of times where I'm getting teary-eyed and I'm about to, a tear is finna drop. And I'm like, it's been a while. It's been a long time since a Marvel movie has done that to me. It's been a minute since I had that feeling. Just a feeling. With Marvel lately, it's been like fast food. You eat a McDouble, you eat a fry, yeah, it's good for the moment. And then 10 minutes after you shit it out, you're hungry again. That's what Marvel's been like lately. But this one, I said, damn, I'm getting kind of emotional. I was getting caught up in the story. I was getting caught up in the characters, the camaraderie of the characters, and everybody. Even though I said this is pretty much Rocket's movie, but everybody had their moment to shine. Everybody proved why they belonged in the Guardians of the Galaxy. And yes, the humor is still there. The laughs are still there, but it's not annoying. But with the Guardians movie, you got to know that it's a comedy. It's an action space comedy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to expect that. But the comedy did not, to me, it didn't take away from the seriousness and the stakes. So that another thing that's been missing lately is that there's no stakes. Everybody feels safe. And here watching this, nobody felt safe, okay? I'm like, at any moment, okay, somebody can go. That's how serious they played this. So, yes, it doesn't have a lot of comedy in it. Yes, indeed it does, okay? This movie is no exception, okay? This movie has a lot of comedy, but when the heartfelt parts hit, it hit. And I felt it, all right? And another thing I could say, the villain of this movie, who, as Quill put it, is a mix between RoboCop, Skeletor, and I forgot the last thing you said. I'm like, yeah, because the RoboCop was the first thing I thought. I said, oh, that's straight from RoboCop. Okay. He was annoying. He didn't work for me. He yelled a whole lot. His voice got high. You know, he just did what a villain's supposed to do, and nothing about him stands out. You know what I mean? So once again, the villain is just kind of weak. Really wasn't feeling it, but it didn't take away from the film. So okay, that's a critique there. The villain still kind of sucked. And then now we get introduced to Adam Warlock. I'm not spoiling nothing. All right, so shut the fuck up. Adam Warlock is in here. Now I know about Adam Warlock in the comics, but I don't know much of his character. But the way he was portrayed in this movie, Adam Warlock was a buffoon. All right, he almost made Drax look like a scholar. All right, Adam Warlock was dumb, and I'm like, was he dumb in the comic books? Because if he wasn't, and his character is totally different, I could see fans of that character being pissed, almost like me with Professor Hulk. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't know much about him in the comics, it didn't bother me that much. But I thought Adam Warlock was supposed to be like Thanos level threat. You know, and I mean, now he is a threat. He's a badass, but I'm like, dude, you're dumb. I'm like, you're not stupid. You can't be that stupid. So, so with that being said, yeah, this movie was dope. Everything here worked except for the villain. Okay, once again, they still have a problem fixing that villain problem, but everything else, you know, James Gunn goes out with a bang here, and I guess he's letting Marvel know what they're going to be missing, because right now James Gunn is rebooting the DCU. He's going to turn DC around. So, I mean, come on, let's be real, y'all. Marvel dissed him. Marvel dropped him. They jumped the gun. They dissed him, okay? So, watch this movie almost made me think about that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Leo and Margot Robbie about to break up, right? And she allows him to have sex with her for the last time. He said, okay, you know, you could do it one last time. And she gives him the best nut he's ever had the whole time married on Charlie Horse and everything. And he's in ecstasy like, oh, thank you. She's like, yep, that's it. That's the last time you're going to touch me. So I thought about that when I was watching this movie, because I said James Gunn, you know, gave Disney and Marvel one last good nut. Because this movie's going to make a shit ton of money. It's going to have a large fan base. People are going to love it. It's probably going to be the best reviewed Marvel joint in years. And I'm going to leave you. So I'm going to give you the fuck of your life. And I'm out. That breakup sex, which is the toughest sex there is. You know, the last time you touch somebody and then they leave your ass alone and you're left remembering that one nut forever. That was Guardians 3. So James Gunn, congrats, bro. You directed a dope-ass film. You're on to DC now doing great things. You're bringing back Superman. And you had to show Marvel how it's done, okay? That's it, and that's all. So with that being said, I'm going to give this movie an A. A is what I got for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. What you guys think about it, comment freely below. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.